What's up, guys? Back at it again. You already know it's Opex. I'm in the truck so I can talk to you guys. I tried to make a few videos last year in my room, in my apartment, but I don't have my computer set up for it, and I can just do this much easier. So I'm just going to do this, at least for now. As you saw probably at the start of the video, I have some crops. I have some tomatoes, onions, peppers, etc., right? And as you can see, my broccoli and my tomatoes, they're already falling, especially my broccoli. They're way too leggy. It's just way too cold still. I can't plant outside. So when I do have the weather to accommodate gardening, I will be planting outside. I will be making a video on it. I have many more do-it-yourself videos that will be popping up. I'm going to be making my own raised beds. I'm going to be making my own chicken coop, my own rabbit hutchings, stuff of that nature. And if you want to be interested in what I'm doing, follow along, subscribe, etc. But this video is going to be different. Of course, I'm not gardening today. The weather doesn't accommodate for it. So I have another video that is probably much more important than that other, than what's to come. But it is important nonetheless to take responsibility of your own food and not, rely on other people, especially in today's day and age. So I'm trying to keep a positive personality, I guess, in this video. I always do anyways. I could tell you that the world's going to be ending tomorrow, and I'll do it with a smile. Why do I do it with a smile? Not because I'm crazy, but because I actually am happy. I have a good aura. I'm an empath. I feel good, and that's how it should be. You should be feeling good. You should take care of yourself. Don't let anything else distract the greatest version of you, or the possibility of becoming that greatest version that you can accomplish. Anyways, none of that really has anything to do with this video. We're already 2 minutes in, at least in this part. I don't know what else I'm adding to the beginning of this video, but I will be adding patents and links. So I made a video on coronavirus, right? And I tell you guys that they have a patent back in 2018. I give you the name. I tell you all this stuff. Then you guys go and look it up, and you guys don't have this information. You guys can't find it. So I'm going to give you the resources to show you where to find patents. Again, it's illegal to hide patent information. It's actually open source information. It's illegal to hide it. You can find it. And I'm going to give you all the information. Now, this is going to be a connecting the dots type thing. As this video progresses, I'm going to stop the video and give you guys links to things and give you guys sources for things, because this is what the population needs. Population needs sources for some reason, but it's understandable because this channel is philosophy, and philosophy is not just based on opinion. It's based on reason, evidence, and using that reason and evidence through a method called logic. See, philosophy will change the world, and you cannot discredit philosophy if it has reason, evidence, and logic, and the variables don't discredit that, or external or alternative information should not discredit that, or at least facts should not discredit that. And I think it's important that everyone has their own opinion, even if you're wrong. But Facebook, the powers that be, have another agenda. I have a following on Facebook, right? I have a following of 30-something people. I keep my circle super small. It's direct family friends, people I know in real life, people that I care about, no one that I don't know, or nobody that I knew but don't hang out with, let's say. So they have to be a direct inner part of my circle to be on my Facebook. Only 30-something people. Now, they're censoring my information. I don't have a following. Again, a few people follow me. And of that few people, less than half of them actually follow me. They are my friends, but half of them actually follow me because of the crazy stuff I come up with, and they don't like it. Right? Understandable. Yo, unfollow me. I don't care. If you're not ready to hear that information, you're not ready. I get it. No one's at the same point of life of ready to make it to the next level or to think critically to the next point. People aren't ready for that. People want quick, easy fixes to everything. They want a pill. I got rheumatoid arthritis and lupus. Therefore, I should be on this medication. Wrong. But guess what? If you took leafy greens and you took out all those chemicals and the drugs out of your system and you switched to leafy greens with fiber, I mean, you can even take out the fiber. Fuck it. You can make smoothies out of really good leafy greens, kales, whatever, spinach, and drink it even, and you will fix your lupus. Obviously, you got to drink water afterwards because you can get kidney stones, etc., right? But there's a fix. If you have cancer, people think that you need to go to basically the internment camp, the the chemical showers, or the anyways. So people think that you got to go through the medical mafia in order to be fixed, but that's not true, right? We can all argue that there's natural remedies and there's remedies to everything, and I mean, there's even a placebo effect of being able to fix you. Well, here's the problem. When people are taking information and they are taking that information from authority or someone who says this is the way it is and there is no other way, then there cannot be alternatives because they've already brainwashed you. There's one way, or there's death, or there's lupus, or there's cancer, or whatever. When the truth is, they create customers. They don't create cures. If they cured you, if your doctor said, hey, get off all those drugs, stay away from the sugar, you know that you're eating this, that's not good, that's actually affecting you this way, those drugs aren't going to help you, the chemicals aren't going to help you, take those things out, get you on a nice green leafy diet, something that will detoxify you, allow the plaque to deteriorate in your arteries, go outside, breathe, get some exercise, walk around, jog, swim, do something to feel better. Get off the TV. Stop sitting on a couch. If you find yourself sitting on a couch, get up. Get up. Start moving. Body in motion tends to stay in motion. Now, if a doctor told you that, he just cured you. You're never going to see that doctor again. He ain't going to make a profit off you. If he just says, lay off the dairy, lay off all this garbage factory farms that are injected with viruses and chemicals and poisons, and then you're eating that genetically modified material or tissue and you don't feel good afterwards, he doesn't make money off of that. He makes money if you keep the same similar diet and then go on these medications for life. For life means money coming in for life. Because people don't critically think, you're going to need people like me. So in this video, I'm going to give you resources of patents to back up my claims, because you guys don't believe me, so I have to do at least one of these where I'm going to give you all the sources. I'm going to give them all to you, where you can look this stuff up. You can look at everything in these patents and find out what they are doing. Now, I'm going to tell you one thing. Vaccines for the coronavirus, which there are 20 plus strains of coronavirus. Look this stuff up. They have patents for these viruses, and their cure methods are very similar. All of them being, you need to put a virus, dead or alive. Most patents are dead or alive. So if somebody else was to get a strain of that virus, the live version, if they're going to sell it or give it to somebody else for profit, it doesn't matter. Either live or dead, somebody invented that patent. Now, a patent is an invention, right? If you don't know what inventions are, just think of something that, like the light bulb, right? The real person who invented the light bulb did not get that patent. Because they didn't get that patent, it was stolen by a man named Thomas Edison. Thomas Edison has the patent for electricity. But guess what? Even Benjamin Franklin invented electricity, supposedly, right? But he doesn't have a patent. There's a difference. If you have a patent on something, you own that technology. You own it. And in the patent, it will explain to you in pictures, diagrams, all different types of legalese, which is, you got to understand, is different than English. Once you understand legalese is different than English, it's a different language. It's just a whole different language. It means different things. That's why they have a glossary or an index of explaining to you, okay, so this is cryptocurrency, and this type of cryptocurrency is blah, 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 blah. And then they'll have an index explaining more in depth about that and what that patent is for on that type of technology. So there's vaccines from the 80s. All the way dating back to the 80s. I'm going to give you at least a rundown on this. If you type in coronavirus in the patents, go to Patent Scope. This is a legit site that has legit patents, thousands and thousands and thousands of patents. And just in the coronavirus, there's well documented over hundreds of patents. There's a difference in patent, right? You can both have a virus, the same virus, but have a different patent because of the proteins, because of different types of chemicals that you're adding to the vaccination. It's not a patent on the virus itself. Rather, it's a patent on the technology of it all being meshed together into a vaccine. And there's hundreds of them. Vaccines for the coronavirus going back into the 80s. Now, I'm going to at least give you, a search result 1 through 10. I'm going to be showing you. And then also realize that there's hundreds of these. Look them up yourself. I'm giving you the tool to do so you can stop saying I'm making shit up. Secondly, when they're making these patents, they have a big pharma company that represents it, right? And then they have inventors, so people that work under that umbrella of that corporation, and they are considered inventors, but they don't own the patent. Just like Thomas Edison didn't invent the light bulb, okay? But he learned how to market it and patent it. Therefore, because he was able to patent it and market it, he made all the profits off of it. You guys get that? So he doesn't have to invent it, but if you're the patent holder, you own it. Yeah, we'll give you credit because you invented it. I'll give you a raise because you invented it. But the company makes all the money. You got to understand legalese. So as I'm going to digress on the vaccine patents, I'm going to tell you a brand new technology that was just patented on March 26, 2020 from Microsoft. Now, you can argue that Bill Gates doesn't run Microsoft anymore. He left a few months ago just in time to not be blamed for all this shit, right? And if you look up almost any Microsoft patent, Bill Gates' name isn't anywhere near it. But he owns the technology. He didn't invent it himself. He pays people to invent new strains, to invent new vaccines, to invent new mutated viruses. They create these in a lab. What do you think that Wuhan lab was doing with this virus? Come on, guys. There's no conspiracy behind this other than the media brainwashing you. I've been studying this shit for over 10 years. When I told people they had patents on viruses and you can look it up 10 years ago, people did and believed me. Now I'm seeing that they're censoring information, just like on my Facebook page. I don't have a following on Facebook. I have no one that follows me for information on Facebook. No one. But they're censoring me on Facebook with independent fact checkers. And I'm show you a few images of that because I've done some screenshots. I'm going to give you guys additional screenshots in case you guys think I'm making this shit up or whatever, right? Because a lot of people discredit me because they don't look up this shit. There are patents on this stuff. A patent's an invention. You don't invent a virus. because you found it in nature. Nobody has a patent on tomatoes, but a specific strain of tomatoes could have a patent because it's a different genetic material that was invented. Understand the difference. So they're censoring me. They're censoring We Are Change, which is a great independent media site group. Luke Kradowski of We Are Change has been 100% objective through the whole thing. He is like his whole career. He's a good source of information. He's not going to be brainwashing you from the media. He's being censored. Now, the reason being why I'm censored, if I can show you the images, is because the fact checkers claim that the virus was not created in a lab. That's misinformation. We have a third-party fact check. And there is no patent for a 2018 virus. What do? I go directly to Patent Scope, which has all the patents. It's illegal to hide. They have all the patents, U.S. patents, international patents, etc. And you can look this up. They have diagrams, information on it, in depth. There's no this wasn't typed up from a conspiracy theorist. This is fucking thousands and thousands and thousands. Every patent you can think of is on that site. Every patent, in depth, pages and pages and pages and pages long. Clearly written by the U.S. Patent Agency, or whatever agency that is, which is called the government. So if the government claims that this wasn't created in a lab, they are downright lying because they're the ones who signed off on it. Downright lying to you. They signed off on this. When you're looking up a U.S. patent, there are U.S. officials with names, addresses, etc. that sign off on these inventions. And of course, because now I'm showing you the evidence of this stuff, I expect you guys to take my word for it. So I don't have to keep explaining because, as you already know, everyone on YouTube uses sources or else you're crazy, right? And I told you guys for years I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to show you this shit. You look it up. If you have a will to understand and learn this shit, you'll look it up. If you're not going to, you weren't ready for this information. So either you look this shit up or just disbelieve everything and believe your news, which is complete misinformation. If you have a patent on something, you own the invention, you created something from nothing into existence that did not exist before. Tomatoes existed before, but if you genetically modify that material, it becomes an invention, a new strain of tomatoes, a new strain of peppers, a new strain of whatever, a new strain of human, a new strain of virus, a new strain of whatever. That can be patented and owned. I can't believe I'm explaining this to you guys. Like, I have to, though, because some of you guys look up my shit and call me on bullshit. Well, there's no link to Pirbright Institute. Look this shit up now. I'm giving you the resource. I'm giving you the evidence. I connect the dots. I've been studying this shit for 10 years, so when I'm explaining it to you guys, I know that this is fresh information for you guys, but this is stuff I've known forever. It's almost like me telling you guys A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Next time, why don't you sing it with me? That's what I feel like I'm doing when I'm telling you guys this. Because this is so blatantly obvious. They create this in labs. They fund these things in labs. They have laboratories with addresses. And they have inventions of viruses. A lot of them from the coronavirus that most of you guys didn't know existed 3-4 months ago. There's multiple strains. If you go and get yourself tested now, you can get yourself tested and you can find out if you have that Wuhan strain. Guess what? There has not been one case, not one case, look it up on Google, find one fucking case of that Wuhan strain coming to America. Can't find it, can ya, pal? You can't find it. Why? Again, I'm done giving you guys information. Sources. You guys look this shit up. I'm done. I'm not going to be putting my work and effort to convince you guys of shit. If you guys aren't ready to learn and actively search, and I don't just mean a Google search, the first one that popped up, I clicked on it, there, I fact checked you. Look up the patent. You need to have an observational eye. You need to have a will to understand. If you read something and say, well, that's true, I'm done investigating, you didn't investigate. You took someone's word for something. Again, don't take my word for anything. Don't take the media's word for anything. Don't take something that came out of Donald Trump's mouth as fucking gospel. Look it up. You cannot hide a patent. You can't. Or else we'd all be fucking just stealing people's shit. But there's such thing as a patent. You cannot get around this. Not even Bill Gates can get around this. Guys, look up this stuff. It's not hidden information. If you just Google search it and it's harder to find because Google changes the algorithm so it's harder to find, it is what it is. But you can always look up a patent on the internet. Anyways, digress. I'm going to switch it off of vaccines. You can look up all those vaccines if you want. Of all the stuff from canine vaccines from the coronavirus, which they basically say, hey, I'm going to put this protein, S protein, into this P protein and change the mutation of this coronavirus to a different version to be able to, and they're going to inject SARS as a treatment for a canine virus. It's written in there. They're using different strains of coronavirus in order to cure, quote unquote, make you immune to a different coronavirus. They're just mutating you and mutating you and mutating you. There's also information out there, which I also was fact-checked and told was misinformation, is that they are mutating these viruses in a lab, and they're saying it's not true. The patent's right there that says this. The patents, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of just coronavirus. Patents. Look it up yourself. Again, I'm happy about this because now I can show you guys information that you can look up yourself, and I'm giving you the resources. So now, if you're going to continually be blind and wear masks and don't understand what a fucking virus is, a mask is not going to ever prevent you from getting a virus. Never. It is impossible. A mask can help, maybe, and this is my intellectual knowledge or understanding of it, less than 10% from contracting a new virus. Please, guys, I'm not making anything up. They create viruses in labs. They have an invention. There are names and inventors. Look this up. They have addresses. Microsoft. Now I'm going to go switch this over. We got to stop talking about vaccines. I've been talking about vaccines for, my population control videos, my coronavirus videos. I think even in my last video, I probably was talking about it. But in this video, it wasn't meant to talk too much about vaccines. That was less to do with this video. I just wanted to explain to you that there are tons of information online that is illegal to hide, because once you have a patent on something, it is open source public information. It's illegal to hide that from you. Look this up. You can start looking at each and every strain that they have patented with the word coronavirus alone. Now start that with influenza, whatever else, and you can read and find out which company paid for this information. You can also, again, this is also open source. If there is a tax-free foundation or even a taxable foundation, which I don't even know if they exist, but I think they do, according to reports, you can look up the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation and their transfer of resources. Bill Gates, Mr. Microsoft, is funding through his foundation viruses. And through those fundings, billions and billions of dollars to create new strains in laboratories. So, Mr. Fact Checker, you didn't even look at the patents. You just said I am lying without actually looking at a patent that they can't hide. Look, they can hide their agenda. Oh, we don't want to chip you. But they don't even do that. They're not hiding any of this. And when I repeat information that is valid, people deem me crazy because it doesn't align with the hypnotism from the media. Stay 6 feet away. A virus you can't sneeze on someone 6 feet away and then have them contract a virus. It is impossible. Now, there is one thing I'm going to say. Through my research now, currently on the coronavirus, the new strains actually survive above 70 degrees Fahrenheit. That is misinformation that I gave you during the coronavirus. That was information I believed to be true. But now I don't believe to be true on all strains. I think there's a ton of strains that are, you can look this up online, to these companies that have the patents and describe those patents in detail using legalese, meaning everything is accounted for. Every word is essential. And there's paragraphs and paragraphs and pages of the shit for each patent. I gotta digress on the vaccines. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Let's stop talking about vaccines altogether. So there's a new patent now. March 26, 2020. Patent number W0 or WO, it is actually no, WO /2020 /060606. Patented by Microsoft. Here's all the information. Look this shit up. Links in the description. Straight to that patent, and you can use that site to find thousands, if not millions, of other patents that have been heavily documented, preserved, and patented for history. It cannot be changed now. You can't repatent something, to my knowledge. I could be wrong. But as of right now, all of these vaccines that were created in a lab have been patented. There are hundreds of different patents for just the coronavirus dating back to the 80s on just 10 of those search results that I have for you right there that I'm going to show you. You can look up all thousands if you want, dissect each one, spend months dissecting this stuff because it will take you months to read all this shit and find out each patent, see how it works, etc. The logic, the legalese, the disclaimers, the summaries, who owns it, the addresses, the names of the inventors, what corporation owns the patent, etc. You can just do it all yourself. But I'm going to tell you right now, Microsoft has a new technology that's a cryptocurrency. It's a digital dollar, and it's been patented for a few weeks now, over 3 weeks now, because it was March 26th. Now it's like, hold on. Okay, I can't. Now it's the 22nd of April. So this is almost a month that has been patented. Almost 4 weeks. And in this patent, they use a chip. And in this chip, it's generally how they're describing it wearable. But it might not be. It might be a digital implant. And in this chip, read all of this. You read this. Don't just take my word for it. Because if you don't believe what I'm saying now, I want you to fucking look at this. So you can see with your own eyes what their agenda is, what they're doing. Why are they patenting this stuff? Why were they looking for new human vaccines 2 years ago in 2018 for coronavirus? Why were they looking for that? Why did this happen in Wuhan? Perfect timing, perfect imagery. So you take this chip. It might be wearable on the forehead. It might be wearable just on the hand, just like a watch, an Apple Watch or something. It could be that. But what the chip does is it takes cryptocurrency, a digital field of mining. And what they are mining is human energy. Human energy is the resource for this. Now, mind you, a chip, data mining, money, cryptocurrency, a new digital dollar that is implantable in you and feeds the system using your energy. So they're going to have you watching ads, advertisements, and you're going to be collecting cryptocurrency on that behalf, giving Microsoft your money, your energy for data mining. Look this shit up. This chip is going to be able to sense your body heat, so it knows when you're using energy. It's going to know when you're sick. It's going to know if you have diseases, if you have a coronavirus, if your DNA is aligned to that. It's going to give you a digital ID. So this ID is going to be straight to from your cryptocurrency account to, it's basically a new bank account. You're going to have a new bank account that's going to be filed through the government. So you're going to have a government bank conglomerate system that's together, that's going to monitor your health and able to give you money if you agree upon the terms of Microsoft. So if you, one example would be, and this is back in 2017 when they first started talking about this technology. Obviously, like I said, they just patented it officially less than a month ago. They said that basically you can exercise. So if your task is to exercise, it's going to read if you are doing the work or not. Because if you're not doing the work, and it's going to be reading your body, your brain waves, your body heat. Read it. I'm not making any of this up. And when it's reading your brain waves, your body heat, it can tell if you're exercising and putting in the work. So they're going to basically tell you if you can work or have a job or not. And because this is cryptocurrency, or rather currency, whether it's digital or not, of course, the mark of the beast, 666, this is patent 666. How is the U.S. patent 666 a chip technology, and they're going to make it so you can't buy or sell goods without it? Didn't you read Revelation? The mark of the beast on the forehead or arm. That's exactly where this technology is going. It's wearable in the forehead or as an Apple Watch. Also able to be implanted and always be part of you. And they want to implant it in you because cryptocurrency, it's a game changer. If you don't know about cryptocurrency or what it is, there's a summary just in Microsoft's patent of cryptocurrency that will explain to you in legalese everything about this new technology and what is patented, what it describes, the algorithm. Okay, well, if this data comes back like this comes back like this comes back like this, and it describes all of that stuff. Read it yourself. So they have this new technology, and it's wearable. It's the mark of the beast 666. I'm reading the Bible again. Yo, there is no rapture in the Bible. And the Antichrist is only mentioned one time. And it's not even as the Antichrist. They say it as the beast or as the Antichrist. It doesn't talk about a person, but it says the Antichrist is born. Now, again, you guys know that I'm not a religious freak. I'm not anti-religion, but I am a philosopher. So I understand that there's a lot of stuff in the Bible that's just fucking not true. And I don't know. When I read that the patent number was 666060606, You guys know me. I'm a critic. I thought it was fucking fake. I look it up. I'm like, come on, this can't be true. This is right out of the Bible. Like, this is obvious. If you read Revelation, you know this is the mark of the beast. Like, 100%. Patent 666, a chip that's wearable on the forehead or arm, in your hand. That's digital money. It's a cashless society. But I'm looking into it. I'm reading the patent all the way through. And I'm like, they weren't fucking kidding. I don't know if the prophecy is true or if they're playing with you guys and me by actively making the predictions true from the Bible. Maybe they took that as wow, that would be a great end game. Chip everyone, control everybody, and they can't do anything about it because we chipped them. What are they going to do? We'll just turn off their ability to go to the supermarket like they did me because I didn't have a fucking mask. Didn't have one of those guys. This technology is very important to understand. Now, I'm glad that I did at least one of these open source ones. I've done an open source one before, but I had like no subscribers. I had probably 20 subscribers, right? Now I'm around 2,000, but I'm losing subscribers still. But I think the reason I'm losing subscribers isn't because I'm not entertaining, which should be the real case. But the reason I'm losing subscribers is because people think I'm crazy. All I'm doing is thinking and using reason and evidence to imply logic toward an argument towards my philosophy. When I use reason and evidence, and when I say I studied viruses 10 years ago, it's not a joke. I took courses on understanding virology, how they make this in a laboratory. Look, virology is a huge industry that you don't know about. It's on the hush. But you can look it up. If they have patents back in the 80s, that means they had laboratories back in the 80s. You'd be surprised where original influenza came from. You'd be surprised why Bill Gates had to get out of Microsoft, so ties weren't tied. You'd be surprised when you start connecting dots. And I don't mean just because you can connect dots that is truth. Don't do that either. But understand you can connect dots because everything truly is connected to everything else. The only reason you believe something separate is because you have been brainwashed to believe so. If you don't think the NFL has something to do with the coronavirus because they are different things, you'd be wrong. What's the coronavirus have to do with the NFL, you might ask, or anything else? What's the coronavirus have to do with essential businesses staying open and all the small businesses fading out and dying? What is going on? Connect the dots. I'm not going to ever be done connecting dots. I'm not going to ever be saying to myself, I've learned enough about this. I'm done. It's never going to happen. To this day, I'm still studying virology. I'm still studying what they're doing. I just found out this new patent for this new technology, and it just so happens to be around the time right when Bill Gates says that he's going to be implanting the digital IDs in the vaccines. If you put 2 and 2 together, you're getting 4. And if you're getting anything else, then you're not. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. This is straight out of the Bible. This is straight out of the Bible. Again, am I here to say that you got to start reading your Bible or anything? I encourage you to, but I don't care what you do. You can do whatever the fuck you want. You can take your vaccine. I don't care. You can take this cryptocurrency that's going to be data mining your energy. I don't care. Also, with this technology, they're going to be playing advertisements. So if you're playing an advertisement or watching a video, you're going to get cryptocurrency for that. So it's almost looking like to me that real jobs are going to cease and be replaced with robots. Again, that's not in a patent. That's not to show you.
This is philosophy. That's using the evidence you have and applying logic to it, right? So and this is straight out of Bill Gates' mouth that he's trying to chip everyone. Come on, guys. He's been saying this forever. For 30 years, he's been saying it. I found out that he's been saying it over 11 years ago, I found out. And when I found out that, I had to study what they're making, why they're trying to mutate your genetics. They mutate all your food, all your genetics, everything. Now, I'm going to apply the same logic from my last video. The one thing I do want you to do is prep. Look, if you're not preparing, you're going to be falling victim to this. If you're not responsible for where your food comes from, they're going to be responsible for your food. The same people that want to genetically modify you, chip you, and make you their slave to data mine. So this cryptocurrency, like I knew that Microsoft was getting into cryptocurrency. I found out about this in 2017 when they started having these announcements of this technology. But when it finally fucking arrived, it's still on the hush. I don't know anybody talking about this. We Are Change talked about it, which sparked me to look up the patent. When We Are Change did. So this means damn near no one knows this information I'm giving you right now. Damn near no one does. But you can look it up. Link below. I'm not lying to you. So I guess the point of this video is saying that, hey, what I've been telling you isn't lying. I'm not lying to you. I've never lied to you. When I told you that the coronavirus dyes essentially cannot operate above 70 degrees, I didn't lie to you, but that was misinformation. And I wish somebody fact-checked me on that and explained to me. But guess what? That's why I do these long-form discussions, so you in the comments section below can quote me and correct me. I want you to. I want you to correct me on this. I want you to correct me on everything. I do not want to have bad information circulating in my head and increasingly add my logic to misinformation. That doesn't help me. It doesn't help you guys. But if I have the correct information and you can clearly see I'm not lying, this information is in the broad daylight, illegal to hide. Now, they can censor it a little bit. They can fact check you. They can discourage you. They can do all these things, make it harder to find these patents. They can discourage you all they want. But the truth is, it's there, and you can find it. Link below. I guess that's it for this video. I just wanted, to just show you guys I don't lie to you guys. Like, I know I'm losing subscribers, and it has to be along the lines of thinking that I'm trying to give you misinformation. I'm trying to get your grandmother killed. That's not what I'm doing. When I'm saying boycott this, that's not because I want your grandma to die. Guys, I know a thing or two about a virus. I studied viruses more than you guys studied math in high school. I know what they do with this stuff. I heard coronavirus 10 years ago. That word is a word that they used 30-something years ago. It existed 30-something years ago. You just found out about it a few fucking months ago. Therefore, I'm lying? Because you're misinformed? Because you can't turn off the TV and look up information that it's illegal to hide? They're going to data mine everyone. You're going to be on a system that you don't have to necessarily go to work. Your new work would be exercising. You're going to get money for running around your block. If this chip senses that you are using energy, it's going to mine that energy. It's going to understand if you have a virus in you. It's going to sense all of this stuff. It's going to sense if you have the vaccine in you, which is, look up these patents. A vaccine is either a live or dead virus. And this means, essentially, that they are curing or they are making you immune by giving you thousands of particles per million of viruses. So not only do you get one virus, you get thousands of viruses in you at once. Which it doesn't really matter if there's thousands or one, in my opinion. It's still going to run its course. one virus in you, your blood cells don't just kill it. You guys gotta, but I drive myself crazy trying to explain this to people because people are clueless. Look, I understand you guys aren't virologists. I understand that. So when I explain to something like how they create viruses in a lab, and I take you through the method of how they do it, look this up, guys. They can't hide it forever. Just look it up. I took courses on this shit 10 years ago on how they create viruses in labs, how they make new vaccinations, and how they patent this information, this new technology. And I didn't lie to you then. I told you this information. My whole YouTube career, I told you guys. My brother can tell you that I showed him the chips that they used to put into. This is how they create a virus. They put a chip in you. They put a chip in you in tissue, depending on what they want. That information in that chip is information, which is going to do something to the cell. It's going to mutate that cell in that tissue to make. No, that chip isn't a virus. That chip is the same bullshit you put in a computer. It has a different shape, and the shape matters, right? And the reason I'm explaining to you this simply is because I know you guys aren't virologists. That's why I'm not giving you amino acids and different types of acids and different types of proteins that they add to this stuff, because that doesn't matter. And if you do want to look up all this stuff, the patents are fucking in the description below. This isn't news to me, but this will be news for you. The only news that I know of that is new to me from this video, from me to you, is one thing. The new patent on the Microsoft technology, the new cryptocurrency, the new digital dollar, the new ID, the new you don't get paid unless you're under Microsoft's brand. And Microsoft has full rights to your cryptocurrency that you're going to earn through them. They own everything about this patent now. The only thing you can say is no. But you know what's going to happen if you say no? You already know what's going to happen. You're not going to be able to go buy and sell goods. Look at this sorry sap wearing a mask. But anyways, me not wearing a mask ain't killing no one. It ain't. Coronavirus has been in the population for well documented many years, but 2 years officially, and then there's a new one, a new coronavirus strain for humans that has been. There's 2 strains in the United States. One that's the coronavirus from America that was already here. We were already infected. People have been misdiagnosed with influenza for a few years now in the United States population. Then there's a strain from Europe that hit the United States population this year, the beginning of this year or end of last year. I'm not sure when it occurred, around this time period. That one from Wuhan that they're scaring you about never touched down in the United States. You can test for these different strains. The majority of the reason why there's a different strain is not necessarily the information of the chip that was put in to make the virus. It's 2 other reasons. The shape. If your body does not recognize that shape, it mutates differently. 2, the mutation that happens in the tissue when the virus is inside you, and what it does to your tissue will mutate that virus. So when that person or dead person, doesn't matter, you can have a live or dead virus, and you take that virus and you put it into something else, that's going to continually mutate. Because that body is going to be, even if you had a coronavirus before, this is the whole point. Even if you have the coronavirus, their fix is to put a SARS coronavirus in, a different strain of coronavirus, to fix your original coronavirus. But the difference is because of mutations and because of shapes. Understand that. I know viruses. I've been studying this for many years. When you think I'm crazy, it's because you don't know. I'm going to give you one quote from Elvis Presley. People will call you crazy if you talk about things that they don't understand. They call you crazy. That's why you guys are unsubscribing to me. Because you think I'm crazy. I have not lied to you one time. The only misinformation I gave to you about a virus was that the new strains, human strains of coronaviruses, are not able to survive over 70 degrees. That wasn't me lying to you. I'm not giving you misinformation, but that information was false. I will admit to that. I will always admit to my faults. If you guys correct me, whether you're doing it in a good attitude or a bad attitude, whether you're trying to bullshit me and troll me or whatever, if you give me good information, I'm going to look at that information and really, really study, think logically, look at variables, that counteracting arguments, etc. Because that's what philosophers do. We build up our evidence, we build up our reasoning, and we actively critique our own information constantly. I'm not here also to scare you. I'm not here to tell you that the 666 mark of the beast, unable to buy or sell goods without this new cashless society, for no reason. But I'm also not doing it to scare you. I'm doing it for your awareness. And that I want to show you that I have proof. And it's not just now. I have proof for every video that you can look at. Watch any video on my channel. If you seriously do not trust that information, write in the comments below why. And I will start doing this where I'm going to have to start giving you guys sources. Because I'm losing subscribers and people have this ability of dismissing people and calling them crazy. I'm not crazy. This is information you can look up. The ones that are really hurting you and poisoning your family have addresses and names. Those are the people you need to watch out for. Not me. Not your fellow man because they don't wear a mask. Watch the people trying to poison and control you and data mine your energy. That's the fucking beast that you need to be aware of. In the Bible, I was reading Revelations 13 and 14. Very powerful. Read the King James Version, or at least before. I read the King James Version because I couldn't find an earlier version on that. Last night when I could find it. Just like you guys can find the patents for this stuff. You just have to fucking be vigilant. You have to actively look for this information. You can't just take the first Google search, which is king of censorship right now, and say that's all there is. Stop doing that. There's more information out there. And when I'm telling you about Revelation 13 and 14, it essentially tells you cashless societies, unable to buy or sell goods without this mark in their forehead or wrist. This new technology is going in your forehead or wrist or hand. It also can go in the hand. So this is real, guys. A cashless society, everything I read last night is coming to fruition. It's kind of scary, but don't be scared. You have the blueprint. In the Bible, it says the wise men. Here, I'm touching it. I'm touching the wise man that they're talking about. Wise men will find out where... Oh, man, I wish I can look up... I don't want to give you... Nothing of what I repeat's verbatim, guys. It's through the lens of... through the language of my interpretation. They basically say in the Bible that wise men are going to see through this and to look for this stuff. To actively, at the end of times, the wise men will look for the mark of the beast and the number to its name. I found patent 666. It's a digital chip. It's cashless society. Look, I'm actively trying to find this to show my friends and family what a funny, conspiracy theory this is. I can't find it. All I can find is truth. They have a patent for this exact technology the Bible warned you about. And it's Microsoft. Microsoft, if you don't know, Microsoft has a patent on viruses for computers as well. So they create the virus for your computer, and then Bill Gates sells it to you. He's been doing it for many years. Look up the patents. Link in the description. Not lying to you. Microsoft would have a virus, create a virus, patent that virus, patent the antivirus software, sell you the antivirus software. He's doing it with humans. Follow his foundation, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Find the companies that they are funding. Open source information. Again, not making this up. Find those companies that Bill and Melinda Gates are funding tax-free. Find those companies like PerBright. Then look at all of PerBright's patents over the last years that Bill and Melinda Gates have been funding them. I'm not making any of this stuff up, and I think that is kind of like the key of this video. It's like, you can find me crazy. That just means you're unaware. That's not a me problem. It's a you problem. If I tell you the sky's blue and you're convinced it's green, it's not my problem. It's not my problem. The media can tell you all day that it's green. Use your own eyes. Stop believing authority and start thinking for yourself. Understand what a virus is. Realize this doesn't help. This doesn't help. This doesn't help. This will restrict your breathing in association with the 5G technology. Oh, we got someone I've never seen anyone. Huh. Someone just pulled up right next to me in my own lot. Anyways. What was I going to say? Anyways, this video is way too long. I'm just going to fucking ramble, and I don't want to ramble. And I don't want you guys to think I'm crazy, because if you associate truth with crazy, then you will be yourself misinformed. And you will put it into your subconscious to stay away from quote-unquote truthers or people that are in the know, people with knowledge and wisdom. I got other videos planned for you guys. I want to talk to you guys about a lot of different things. I have tons of content that's going to be coming up. Garden videos, chicken coops, taking responsibility for yourself and your own food and your own family. Easy ways to do it. You just do it. I mean, there's really no wrong way to go about it. Unless... I'm sorry, guys. I got some goofball next to me right now. So I'm gonna cut this video short. I have much more content coming, and I encourage you guys to check out the stuff down and below. I'm gonna leave resources. I'm gonna add stuff to this video, maybe even here at the end, just to give you some more additional information. But that is Opex. I am Opex. I'm not here to scare you guys. Just be aware. When the Bible says this stuff, and it's actually happening, maybe just... Even me, I'm not religious. I tell people that it's all a story. I tell people. Yet, there's some truth to it. Might want to look into it. Might want to start reading the Bible. Just last night I read Revelation 13 and 14. That was enough for me. I don't buy any of it, that they have a number of how many people are going to be saved, 144,000. Sounds like the amount of people that are in the elite secret society families. Almost like they're going to be saved, not us. We're going to be data mined. Jesus is going to come back, but there is absolutely zero information in all of Revelation that you're going to be raptured. Are you going to be part of that 144,000? I'm inclined to believe it's the elite families that aren't going to data mine their children and mutate their DNA. That's my assumption. I don't know. Again, this is all prophecy, and that's happening now. I don't have all the information. I don't claim to have all the information. I don't even claim to be right about everything. And I don't want to pull an Eddie Bravo, just look into it, but that's kind of what I'm doing in this video. I'm kind of saying this is open source information. They're not hiding anything. Take care of yourself, your loved ones, take responsibility. Watch my last video on prepping. Of course, prepping would be your essential, ideal thing to do at this point in your agenda to make sure that your food's not going to be poisoned, your food's going to be organic, your food's not going to give you disease, and you're not going to manipulate you and your child's DNA. You're not going to make everyone around you sick and docile, and you're going to start taking care of yourself. That's enough for this video. Plenty more videos to come. Of course, more happy-go-lucky, positive videos, especially like making my own coop and making my own raised beds and having my own gardens and stuff. That's much more positive. And, you know, just like Chris Rock once said, fuck Chris Brown. Chris Rock once said that he was pulled over on the side of the road and he was, he had mechanical problems or something. He had car problems. And he would just watch everyone drive right by him. And he's looking for someone for help. But it wasn't until he started poking around in his own vehicle that someone decided to stop. See, what he learned was that by people actively trying to help their own situation, people want to help. People want to be involved. People want to see people helping themselves. See, because if you're not helping yourself and you're just claiming and claiming and claiming and not living it, you're not going to convince anybody of anything. Right? You're not going to convince somebody to stop to help you if you're not going to help yourself. You understand that? So I live by example. I used to have gardens. I've never owned my own chickens. My parents have, and I took care of chickens. I've never done rabbit hutchings. That's going to be a new thing for me. I'm obviously studying all this stuff over the last few years, so I know it. I know how to breed. I know the doe ratios. I know how to get them to breed. I know a lot of stuff. I know how to create the hutchings. I might do pigs this year. That's still up in the air. I'm not sure if I'm going down that hole yet, because I might just use all my scraps for the chickens and the bunnies rather than pigs. Anyways, I'm blabbering now. If you guys made it this far, thank you. But you didn't have to. You could have just looked all this stuff up yourself. And I hope you guys have a great day, and I hope I didn't scare anyone. And I am very, very well looking forward to your comments down below. Thanks for watching, and stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy. Happiness and longevity, just like my channel's been since the beginning. Happiness and longevity. Watch any of those videos with me with long hair. What am I going to say? Happiness and longevity. Be responsible. You're responsible for your happiness. Not your husband, not your child, not your teacher, not whoever. Not your dog. You're responsible for your happiness, and you're responsible for how long you're going to be on this earth. Take responsibility. That's all. It's Opex, guys. I'm out.